Another man connected to the DNC is found dead less than a month after the murder of DNC staffer Seth Conrad Rich.
It was a celebratory day for Shawn Lucas when he entered the DNC building last month and told a committee official, "You've been served." Lucas worked as a process server for the class action DNC lawsuit. The lawsuit was filed against both the committee and former DNC chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz for allegedly committing acts of fraud after leaked emails revealed the DNC showed favoritism towards Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders. After serving the papers, Lucas told an independent filmmaker who captured the whole thing on video that although Schultz refused to meet with him, democracy was served.
Yeah, they wouldn't give us any of the head honchos, which I kind of had a feeling wasn't going to happen. But we did make contact with somebody from the Democratic National Committee's office, and they've been served. Democracy has prevailed today.
But in a bizarre twist of events, on August 2nd, less than 1 month after serving the subpoena, Lucas was reported dead. Police are not releasing the cause of death at this time and are not commenting on speculation that Lucas was murdered. His unusual and sudden death is fueling speculation about the recent death of Seth Conrad Rich. Rich, a DNC employee, was working on several committee cases involving voter and election fraud before he was murdered by gunshots. He was also set to testify in the FBI's email investigation of Hillary Clinton before he was killed. Authorities have ruled his death as a robbery gone wrong, but police records indicate nothing was stolen from Rich, even though he had a cell phone, cash, and a watch on him at the time of the incident.
Whistleblowers go to significant efforts to get us material and often very significant risks. As a 27-year-old works for the DNC, who was shot in the back, murdered just 2 weeks ago for unknown reasons as he was walking down the street in Washington. So
that was just a robbery, I believe, wasn't it?
No, there's no finding. So
what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that our sources take risks. They become concerned to see things occurring like that.
But was he one of your sources then? I mean,
we don't comment on who our sources are.
But why make the suggestion about a young guy being shot in the streets of Washington?
Because we have to understand how high the stakes are in the United States. You know, our sources face serious risks. That's why they come to us, so we can protect their anonymity.
Now, the latest WikiLeaks release contains an email from Clinton's campaign chief, John Podesta. Podesta's email confirms that Assange was indeed correct to believe that Hillary ordered Rich's murder, if for no other reason than to make an example of him in order to deter future leakers.
I rise to honor the memory of an extraordinary young man who worked in dedicated service at the Democratic National Committee, Seth Conrad Rich. Seth was just 27 years old when he was killed this past weekend in our nation's capital, the victim of an unknown shooter. He was a dedicated, selfless public servant protecting one of our most essential freedoms, the right of all Americans to vote.
The Hillary Clinton documents, released today by WikiLeaks, make more clear than ever just how much is at stake in this election. So much corruption.
So much came out of this, and so little of it is being discussed in the mainstream media that it's honestly just, it's troubling. It's very troubling to me. It's disgusting, honestly.
Is it ethical to report on stolen information?
Not only is it ethical, it would be incredibly unethical if journalists ignored it. Many of the most important stories in the history of American journalism come from stolen materials.